Hello. I just found my dream journal from 2009, so I was 12 years old back then. And it looks like I wrote an entry every 2 or 3 days. So, if you're one of those people who can analyze people's dreams and figure out their inner psychologies, you can do that with middle school me. So I thought I might just read a few of these. Let's have a little fun. So October 13th, 2009, I had a dream where there was a dream watching reality show where four contestants were trapped in a box and fed food once a day, a little less every day. Of course, I ended up in it, and somehow I got to eat ice cream and bread. Yeah, so I was really into game shows in middle school, like The Amazing Race, The Biggest Loser, Big Brother, and all that. So I'm not surprised that I thought up a starvation based game show in my subconscious. October 15th, 2009. So that's 2 days later. Like in social group, what do you know about your group mates, except with my classmates, but with much more personal questions? Okay, that one's pretty boring, but the context is in seventh grade, I had this thing called a social group, which was kind of like after school, I guess you just meet with more people and do stuff. Okay, that's really vague. I don't know how to explain it, but I guess like there was one session where we just asked each other what we knew about each other, but in my dream it was personal questions. I don't remember this. Okay, let me skip that one. That's a very vague dream. October 16, 2009. In dream, woke up at 3:30. Oh, hey, that happens to me now. Just kidding. I don't stay up that late. Um, Sleep in that late. Oh, whatever. Okay. In dream, woke up at 3:30, but it was light out. Went downstairs and read comics. Felt nose super very flat. Okay, so I think that meant 3:30 a.m. and also, why did I have to say super very flat? Why can't I just say really flat? Anyway, October 17, had dream, ate Oreo. Nini was made of metal. So if you don't know who Nini is, remember the Jing Jing squisher that I made a few months ago? They're plush toys that represent the 2008 Beijing Olympic mascots, and Nini is one of those five. She's the green one. So I have all five of those plush toys, and they are not made of metal, but in my dream, Nini was made of metal. Okay, next. October 18, went to camp. Discussed story, played Icy Mountain. That's a game I made a long time ago. Got lost, could walk underwater. Listened to boy, tell father. People only die in cities. My dad got me, said he thought I exploded. Swung 30 feet upon an indoor rope. Underwear came off. Ugh, okay. There's a lot of stuff going on in that one. I do remember that dream where I could breathe underwater, but lots of people have those dreams, so that's not surprising. Also, I think that my English here was not that good. Like, I kept using sentence fragments, and I don't know why. I kept another dream journal in 2014, so 5 years later, and my descriptions got a lot better, and my dreams were multiple pages long. So this is like the prequel. This is not good quality. But anyway, October 20, I was with classmates, had to make things out of food, joysticks, purple stuff, etc. My dad shows me where his dad died, in a gondola. The body was still there. I remember that dream. Yeah, so my dad's dad died 20 years before I was born, so I never got to meet him. So don't think that this dream is like a sign that I miss him because I never interacted, but maybe it's like showing that I kind of wish that I had even met my grandparents because I've only ever met two of them. October 22, watching SpongeBob. Mr. Krabs built metal robot clones to tell jokes so people would pay more. Also, I saw a bird who should fly, but couldn't try to get her baby's nest because wait. Also, I saw a bird who should fly, but couldn't try to get her baby's nest, but couldn't and babies die. Okay, yeah, there's something wrong with that English, but what is it with me and metal? Like, metal Nini, metal Mr. Krabs clones, whatever. October 24, was in gym. Thought we were on a square island. I went to the C building. That's a building in my middle school. It was dim, 2 stories tall. There were lava lamps and aquariums everywhere. Matthew W. was there. I won't say his last name for privacy. He drops his books in it, in the aquarium, and had a tiny fish in it. I remember that dream too, and I remember like it made me feel like emotionally like safe, and I really liked it. So I'm surprised that I wrote such a short description of the dream when it meant so much to me. October 27. Okay, let's see, it's 5 minutes long. I'll go for 10 minutes, okay? October 27. In history class, Sam and Paul were bragging. I played oh wait. I played Bloons Tower Defense 4, but transparent. Bloons Tower Defense 4 was a really popular game in my middle school. Actually, I don't know if the fourth one had come out by then, because that was 2009. But I was obsessed with it. I think everyone was obsessed with it. But no one got to play the transparent version. October 28. I was trapped in a dark, cement-walled, light bulb-lit tunnel underneath or of a football stadium inside. There was a boy chasing me through a confusing, extremely complex labyrinth of hallways. But finally, after hours, I made it out and into the football game. I remember that dream too. It's weird, like, if I have like a 50% recall of all these dreams, like there's a lot of storage space in my brain to remember that all. I have no idea why every time I write this, I don't put the word I just say trapped in dark cement walled room. Like, so when I say it now, I'm trying to make it a little more comprehensible by actually adding those words. Anyway, yeah, that was a really terrifying dream. It was almost a nightmare. October 29. Mrs. Moose was showing second graders how to measure stacks of gumballs. Then I slid down paved roads like a water slide. I remember that dream too. And okay, I think when it comes to dreams, nowadays I'm like, oh, I don't dream at all. I can't remember anything. But to be honest, the act of me just writing it down might increase my recall rate from 1% to like 50%. So maybe I should start this up again. November 2. I had a new class schedule. I had to go to room 3614. It was room 14 inside room 36. Kindergarten. Bear with me. Oh, I skipped a page. Skipped page. It was a kindergarten room. Dictionaries were only half dictionaries and half binder paper. The binder paper was binded in. The teacher said to copy the words and their definitions on pages 30 to 79 onto the binder paper. Oh, okay, so this dictionary was designed to be like a scribe workbook because it has 50% binder paper to copy onto. That's interesting. November 4. I was on a ship. The ship was on land and it was called a hotel. The captain of the hotel was looking up at the sky where enormous, all caps, enormous dime. There was an enormous dime floating, planet-sized. Laser installed, shot at everyone except me, Andrew, and Michael. I think the dime was shooting lasers at everyone except me, Andrew, and Michael. Asked who we were, and then said, okay, good. It even shot at the captain. Okay, that one's weird. November 5. Me, Michael, Mom, and Dad drove down south to Georgia and Alabama, where we fooled around and people outside started watching us and then started swearing. Oh God, 12-year-old me can't handle swearing. I'm so precious and innocent back then. November 8. So this was 7 years before Donald Trump got elected. Wow. I could very easily do pull-ups. Back then I couldn't. On shower curtain holder thing. So I think it's that bar that holds the drapes. They fell off, but I tried to keep doing pull-ups. Whatever. November 11. Went to social group, so that same thing. Mom dropped me off and stayed for an hour, but I didn't do anything. Later, it's daylight. We watched 2-inch bugs. Ew. Mom made the three of us wear these silly bug-watching uniforms. People laughed at us. So I took mine off and Mom got